emo on everybody. Huh?
No, I was literally telling my mom the other day, I was like, I could cry. I love this group so much.
That's fun.
So wholesome. Okay, we are live. So welcome back, Tributes. It is again Monday night. We are so excited to see everyone. We can't do our reading just because we don't not everyone could attend tonight, which is fine. We will, I guess, plan a date for our award-winning cast.
Oscar level performances last time.
But
we're coming for Jennifer's career.
Oh, and her little baby boy. That's what we can talk about. How it was announced.
Oh,
yes,
cute.
I knew it.
She does seem like a boy mom for sure.
I knew it. I just felt it in my bones.
I had no idea, and I honestly kind of forgot that she had a baby. To be quite honest with you, like we were talking about it, I was like, oh yeah, like she had a kid. But otherwise, we're kind of just gonna hang out, talk. AJ wasn't there last week, so we want to hear some of AJ's thoughts on Tom being cast as Corio, and then as you promoted on your story, AJ, we're excited to hear Lucy Gray cast theory. And otherwise, it's kind of just like a hangout night. If you just want to like post questions in the comments or share your thoughts, I think we're just kind of hanging out. So yeah.
One thing that I thought of kind of in the last week too that I don't think we talked about last time was that they sort of confirmed that Lucy Gray is going to sing at the Reaping by releasing that synopsis of the story, which I feel like for me, I kind of thought, I didn't know if they were going to cut that and make it more serious or keep that in. But I think it's kind of interesting that we have that like confirmation. Maybe nobody else thought that they would cut it, but I just thought it was kind of, could be kind of cheesy. So like maybe they would wait for her to sing when she gets to the Capitol, but
they kind of make sense because I feel like that's our first impression. That's our first introduction to Lucy Gray, and her and singing are so like linked. I feel like it makes sense to keep that in, but I totally understand the thinking of like they might cut that or.
I mean, they have to cut a lot of stuff, so I guess in my
There's
head,
a lot
I'm
of
just
singing.
like anything is on the table.
Yeah,
so like make it
sure.
or not make it. So I don't know.
Definitely.
I just thought that was interesting.
Well, I mean, I was watching, like we probably all, like I'm assuming we all watched the interview with Tom today.
Oh yeah.
I was just thinking, like when he mentioned that the script is right in front of him.
Like it's right there. It's right in front of us, but it's not. It's real.
It exists, everyone. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait. So again, I don't know. I really have no bets on what they're going to cut out of it, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
I hope if she does sing, it's like serious. It like comes across well, and it's not like awkward at the Reaping. Yeah. Like people like looking around at each other, like, does she know what this is for?
It'll be kind of embarrassing. Or something like High School Musical.
Yeah, it's just a lot going on in that scene, like with the snake too. Maybe they'll cut that part out. I don't know.
I also remember it just being so outlandish when I read it, and I think
yes,
I just hated it.
I was like, "Oh, is this American Idol? What are we doing here?"
And it's gonna be hard, especially when the other Reaping that everyone knows so well is so serious and so like moving, and to go from that to a girl singing and putting a snake down another girl's dress, I just hope it's not taken as goofy and.
Yeah, it's very reality TV.
Yes.
Like when I read it, I was just like, what are we doing right now?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh, well.
AJ, what are your Tom Blythe thoughts?
Absolute joy. I am so glad that I think I mentioned this a little bit in like our little our spontaneous lives a few days ago, but I'm thrilled that he falls into that lesser known actor category, because I think what one of the brilliant things they did with casting for the original movies was casting relatively unknown actors in the main roles, and then very like famous actors in secondary roles, because then it draws in people, but it's still, not only does it give like a rising actor an opportunity, but it also gives the viewers like a blank slate with no prior associations, which I think is really important, especially for a character like Snow, where it's so complex and layered. I feel like, you know, I was always worried that they were going to go with someone who was already known, just to like, you know, make it easier to draw in a crowd.
Go ahead and say his name. Timothy.
No. But not even just Timothy. Like there's other actors that are, you know, more well known. And that would have been like an easy way for them to draw people in. But I feel like this will really allow like the fans to hopefully, you know, which I have very high hopes for Tom. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. That's really the main thing. I mean, also just for me selfishly, it was just like a massive sigh of relief that it was officially not Timothy Chalamet. But you know, that's that.
I agree, though. I think if they can, they've got Tom, who's lesser known. If they can get, if Lucy is who we think Lucy is, you know, she's kind of known, but not for the most part. And then if they can get like a really good, you know, known actor for like High Bottom and Gaul and Grandmam, I just think that would follow the pattern of the first movie, how they cast it, and I think that'd be perfect. I agree. That's like the way to go.
Because like Josh Hutcherson was a child actor, and like for me, he wasn't unknown, but he wasn't like
a superstar
boy. Yeah, if that makes sense. Like I think the biggest he was known for at that time was like the Journey movies, or like the first one or something. I don't remember the timeline. Well, yeah, but I just mean like as far as not a child actor. I think Bridge to Terabithia was the first movie I saw him in, and like Zathura, I think he's in that one too. But yeah, and like Jennifer Lawrence was in Winter's Bone.
He wasn't like an A-list, yeah.
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence in comparison to Josh was like way unknown, and then like Josh was not crazy known, but still more well known, and I feel like that would make sense for Lucy Gray to be that character in the context of Ballad. What?
No.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's try that one more time.
In the meantime, those thoughts that you made, AJ, kind of reminded me of like going back in time to when people used to make edits of Jennifer from Winter's Bone and Josh from Bridge to Terabithia. And young Peeta. I
just absolutely desperate for content.
Good times.
I feel that. Yeah. Should I get into my theory?
Yes.
Okay. So I would just like to say that I'm not the first person to think, or to at least fan cast Auli'i Cravalho. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. As Lucy Gray, I've seen some people on Pinterest and Instagram and stuff fan cast her as Lucy Gray. So I didn't come up with this idea out of nowhere. But when we did get Tom, I flew to his Instagram and of course had to check out his feed. And then a couple of days later, I was like, wait a minute, let me go into his following list and see if I can, you know, sniff out some information. And he follows a lot of models, which, you know, live your life. That's cool. And I noticed that he follows Auli'i, who's probably best known as the voice for Moana. And then
child actor, dot, dot, dot.
dot dot dot. We'll come back to that. But yeah, and I was like, wait a minute. So I had to do some investigating. Now she's 21 years old, which would fit the age demographic of the cast that, that makes sense. It would also work for the age of her character. I believe she is Hawaiian. I'm not entirely sure on that, but I think so from what I've seen. So she would fall into the woman of color category, which we all know, like many of us fans, and producer Nina Jacobson wanted for the role of Lucy Gray. She has dark curly hair naturally, which obviously hair is something that can be changed for hair for movies. But in this case, it seems like it's very fitting. And then very importantly, also, we know from her role in Moana that she has a fantastic voice and can absolutely definitely sing. So far hitting all the boxes. Also, we mentioned this a little bit with Tom and the parallels with the original franchise, but she does have an existing career. She's more known for her voice than her face, so I feel like she still falls into that lesser known category, and I think this could like really be a role that would boost her like career into the stratosphere. And then this is where we got a little bit super sleuthy with Emily here. So Tom follows her, and as it turns out, she follows him back. And Emily pointed this out to me that it seems like the posts that Tom interacted with on her page was sometime in April, which was last month, which would fit the timeline of, maybe chemistry tests and also just general like movie production timelines. It's possible that they followed each other for longer than that, but it's just an interesting detail. And then as of maybe like an hour ago, I was like, wait, I need to know this. Like, I don't know why I didn't look this for this earlier, but I checked to see if Nina Jacobson is anywhere in the picture here. And it turns out that Auli'i is followed by Nina Jacobson, who is, as we know, the producer. Now, this could mean any number of things. Nina might just be a fan of Moana. Like, this is why I'm saying this is nothing official. This is nothing crazy.
Nina only follows less than 500 people.
Yes.
And her Instagram is private, so.
It is private. So she is pretty low key on Instagram. So I feel like it means that she's very selective with what she engages with on Instagram. So that's interesting. And then this is kind of a stretch, but I don't know if this is one of those like universe coincidences or if this just means something, but I thought I would bring this up. Nina used to work with a subsidiary company for Disney. Auli'i is best known for Moana, which is a Disney movie and a Disney character. And then this is a fun extra reach, but just because we're on the topic. Santino Fontana, who is the narrator and I guess voice actor for the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes audiobook, also voiced Hans from Frozen, which is also a Disney movie. It's just interesting.
Whoa.
I just, Santino and Tom have nothing to do with each other, but it's just a fun little thing. So anyway, I went this whole time, these last 2 years, without any specific casting wishes for Lucy Gray, but all of this coming together sort of cements. Oh, I almost forgot. Jerry sent this to me, I think last week. She shared something on her Instagram story where it was like a bunch of butterflies, like it was some post. I didn't read what the post was. And that we found out a few weeks ago that the working title for Ballad is Butterfly, allegedly. So that could mean nothing either, but it's, again, there's just all these little bits and pieces. I've been trying really hard to not get married to this idea because I don't want to.
I already am. It's too late.
I say this because I'm just trying to convince myself that I'm not married to the idea, but let's be real, I am.
I'm tune out.
So that's my theory. I feel like it's certainly possible. I don't think it's that crazy. And it also could totally not be her, and we could totally be, way off. But just some food for thought. We're going to find out soon enough, so it's not like we're going to be on this edge for too much longer, hopefully. But yeah, those are AJ's Lucy Gray casting thoughts. Thank you for joining.
I feel like there are only 3 options here. Either they all connected and followed each other during like chemistry tests, and like maybe she didn't get the role,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like that's unlikely. Like, why would they follow each other? But there's that. Or she does have the role, or maybe she's just doing the singing voice of Lucy Gray.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's also
is
a
a possibility.
possibility if they found someone else who can't sing, because there is so much singing.
Yeah.
That she could just be doing another voice role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
I her sing as much as I hate on her, which is a joke. Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
But anyways, I listened
Oh,
to a podcast where a guy interviewed her about her. It was cool. She talks about all the movies she's been in or like worked on and stuff, her time at Disney. So I'm gonna send that to y'all. I just thought I'd tell you that.
Mhm.
Oh,
You can
interesting.
continue now.
I feel like
Yeah, have all
Nina. Oh, sorry.
people
Were you
out-
gonna say something?
the one
Chase is
who
just
listens
cutting
to the
out.
Nina podcast. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
I think so.
Go to Walmart. They have good Wi-Fi.
Get back in your car. Usually it's
Oh.
not that bad.
I'm good. You can go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like Nina also tends to, like on Twitter, sometimes she'll like things to kind of confirm stuff, because I feel like Nina wants to tell us things, but Lionsgate is more like holding the reins of like when things are going to be announced. I mean,
Especially
I
from
remember,
that one tweet.
yeah, a while back where she was like, to ask Lionsgate.
And she tagged them.
And she tagged them. Yeah. So I feel like she would be one to not care about following the cast and like letting us find that if we
Little
are smart
breadcrumbs.
enough to do that. Whereas like I was just looking up other people who might be following both of them, and the senior VP of production is only following Tom and not following her. So I don't know, just being more careful, I guess. But Nina, I feel like would leave breadcrumbs.
Mm-hmm. I feel like also, I mean, I know this sounds really bad, but I feel like Nina being older may not like be as aware of like how crazy Gen Z is
Yeah.
with like social media.
She might also
Like,
think
Nina
if she's
being the
private
hack
that we
she
can't
is.
see it.
No,
Oh my God. Take that
that's not
back.
what I
I'm
mean.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I promise.
But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, our parents' generation didn't grow up with social media. It doesn't necessarily mean what it means to younger generations. I mean, this could also just be like really reading into things, but I definitely agree with that. It's possible she might just straight up not care at all, and she might also just not realize that there's people like us who are like paying attention to this sort of thing.
I can't, Jerry. What? What?
Hello?
Die? Hey
Order
guys!
this pig.
Order the thing. I'm
Did we all just like zone out at the same time? What just happened?
we're all reading the group chat.
I would like to put out a formal, official apology for the hag comment to anyone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, good. Take that back.
I'm sorry. I had to jump on it while it was in the comment. But I am sorry if I offended anyone.
I'm looking on Twitter to see who Nina follows, which she follows 1.6 thousand people. 1.6. 1,600 people.
That's like way more than on Instagram, which makes me feel even more that it's like, okay, you're very
Yeah,
selective about your Instagram.
I have like 1.6 followers, so
Same. Same. But before we started tonight, because you told us this theory like last week, I was going through Tom's, I just call him Tom because we're good friends.
Yeah, of course.
We're there now. We're at that level.
Tom's followers. And still waiting for a response to be on the podcast anyway. But he followed, like you said, he does follow a crazy amount of models. I'm like, geez. But he also follows Orange County. So
I just want to say I was like looking through his following list, and that's when I noticed all the models. And then, there's a few private accounts, you know what I mean? And I just,
oh my
we
god,
love seeing him live his best life.
oh.
So I feel like that's also like he's like a lesser known person because like there's no PR that's like, hey, can you not do that? Or like do that from a separate account, please.
Seriously, that's so funny.
Also, apparently he's a New Yorker, so I'm keeping my peepers open. He follows a lot of the New York meme pages, and there's like been a few like articles and interviews that mention that he lives here. So I'll be the first one to be like, "Is that we eat Lucy Gray?" Tell me now.
We just comment on all her posts.
Mm-hmm. What if it is her? And then she like freaks out. She's like, how does everyone know? We just like terrify her.
And then they have to
like,
announce
just
it
from the
early
start.
if they wanted to.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. First, AJ, because it's your idea, you post that, like, you should just like announce it as being fact.
Oh my god.
No, I don't want that kind of
Rumor.
notification.
And then
I know.
I'll do it. We'll follow.
I was gonna say Lionsgate would come from my neck. I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah. I want Lionsgate to trust us.
But Holly, you mentioning that you like formally invited him to the podcast. I also sent him a DM, not like for anything, but I was just like, hey, welcome to our world. We're happy to have you. And then I was like, I really hope that he doesn't open this message. But then I kept checking to see if it would say seen or something, and I'm kind of hurt that it doesn't. But also, I get it.
Yeah.
The message I sent, it was like from last week, right when I found out that he was cast. And the opening sentence from this message is, welcome to the Hunger Games fandom. We are so excited that you are.
You were on top of it, Holly. It was like immediate.
Oh.
His aunt followed Kaylee.
What?
His aunt followed Kaylee.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Kaylee also follows Nina.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
I
she could go
requested to
through
follow
the
her.
list.
Oh my god, wait, please. We're gonna get Kaylee booted off this Instagram. I requested to follow Nina in 2020. And then there's been a couple times where I like retook back the request and then re-requested again because I figured, a fresh notification couldn't hurt. But then I haven't done that since because I don't want to be weird, but you never know.
I think I need to do that too.
Yeah, I mean, because I think I saw that. I think that I think she it's Ballad of Songbirds, right? Like that's that one. It's that account from Kaylee that follows her, I think,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so I was like, okay, so she does let some fans like follow her. So I'm like, let me shoot my shot real quick.
So, would anybody be unhappy with her casting?
No.
I don't think so. I mean, I haven't seen Moana, to be quite honest with you. I don't know much about her.
You
But
haven't seen Moana?
I haven't seen any like recent Disney or Pixar movies, to be quite honest with you. I don't know why.
Moana's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
This is a side note. There's a lot of water in the movie, and water is one of the most difficult things to animate. And that just made my heart really happy of how well they did that. Sorry. So just, if anything, if you just want to know that about these weird like animation film stats, they did really good on the water.
Good job, water. It's our water.
The water's kind of a character in the movie too, so it's like it's really sweet. Highly recommend it.
Yeah, I need to. I also, I always say I need to do this. I need to watch this.
I feel that.
I'm not a good fan. But I don't think I would be upset with her. I don't know.
By the way, as much as I'm excited about my little theory here, obviously I'm still very open-minded in that in the event that it is not her, like I'll still be excited. You know what I mean? I just, found two little breadcrumbs and made a whole thing out of it, but I'm still very open-minded and
Yeah.
it'll be great.
But now we're on the record on May 23rd, 2022,
Mhm.
where
We're
you
either gonna be
creating this idea.
really right, which is gonna be cool, or
If we're
really, really
right,
wrong.
First of all, if we're right, I'm getting a lottery ticket. Second thing, I'm gonna lose my marbles, okay? Because that would just be nuts.
I'm just always like surprised and blown away by fans' abilities, to be quite honest with you. Like the fact that like I said, I went through his Instagram. I'm like, how do you put this all together? For me, it's just the dedication, and I just have a gut feeling that you're right. And so I'm just gonna be blown away. I'll be like, AJ's my friend. AJ,
Stop it.
like
I did not
find you.
I didn't do anything. I do have an honorary FBI, not membership, but like I'm an honorary FBI agent.
Whoa.
No, I'm kidding. Obviously. It's in times like this where I would just like to say that it is the autistic pattern seeking behaviors that does this.
Go off.
Because this happens sometimes where I'm like, hey, did you guys notice that this thing happened and then this other thing also happened? And everyone's like, no, AJ, because no one pays attention to that. And I'm like, well, I did. And most of the time it's like really useless information. And this could be really useless information.
No, it's not. You're right, AJ. I know.
Thank you for believing in me.
It's just so funny how you were like, oh, like they follow each other. Maybe this could be a thing. And then like all the facts started lining up.
And then what really like is the final like nail in the coffin for me about this is the Nina Jacobson follow. Because I feel like that's a gold star ticket right there.
Yeah.
So this is confirmed by Lionsgate in the sense that someone who works with Lionsgate just follows this person. So it's really not official, but it's official.
Or we find out that Nina just loves Moana.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
does
has 3
Tom.
kids. Nina does have like 3 kids, so it's possible that her kids like just absolutely love Moana, and there's that. But her involvement with Disney in the past just makes me think like maybe she has contacts or someone who is like, hey, I know someone who'd be great for this role, and then boom,
Olivia Rodrigo.
No, get out of here. Absolutely not.
Lucy Gray performs Good for You.
Stop. Driver's license.
What?
That was the emo version.
Oh, but you
This
also
is the
cut
robot.
out-
This is the emo robot version, is what that was.
How dare you?
Well, you know what? We should ask Cherish, Emily, because Cherish wrote a bunch of renditions of Olivia's what's it called? Driver's license, but from different Twilight characters' perspectives. So we should have her write one about Lucy Gray, but
Oh my god.
driver's license.
You should.
I would love that.
Peacekeeper's license. or something. I don't know. I didn't have like a vehicle name from Pan Am specifically, but I feel like you would have to have some kind of license to be a peacekeeper, some kind of certification. I don't
Well, Snow has to go through the training, so
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
So then if it is her, then what we need to do is cross-reference her following list, and which is much smaller than his, and Tom's following list to see if we can find our Sejanus. Because I did try to do that, but it's just models and meme pages on Tom's page, so I don't know.
Stop.
Or like private accounts that seem like they're either like people he knows in real life or something. But yeah. I do feel, maybe it's just because I feel emboldened by all of this, but I do feel like Lucy Gray is the next one to be announced.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
If not at the same time, like Lucy
Yeah.
Gray and Sejanus.
I feel like it'll just be Lucy Gray on her own because I feel like even though Sejanus is a major character, it definitely
Mhm.
goes like in order. It goes like Snow, Lucy, Sejanus.
Not in my heart.
Oh, I know. But that's what I see. Tom also follows Willow Shields, so I found that really interesting. I'm like, is Prim gonna be in this movie, guys? Is Kat gonna be in the movie?
See, I saw that and I was like, you stay away from her, sir. I was
Yeah,
like,
that
I
was
don't
more
know
my
about
thought.
this. Because,
I thought you
she's
said
pretty
Willow
or whatever.
Oh,
Jackie Emerson
And I got
also
confused.
follows Tom,
What?
and she also
Foxface?
follows. Oh wait, no. She follows. Oh yeah, Foxface. She follows Ali, which also is like like its own thing. But again, just more
I mean,
little.
yeah, she has almost like
little-
1 million followers.
Yeah. But just still interesting little breadcrumbs.
Hmm.
What
gets me is her following Tom, though.
Yeah.
I
Is
think
you-
that's even more than the Nina thing for me. Like, that's when
Yeah.
I like sealed the deal because she follows like 250 people.
What if
And
she's like a
she
super
likes
fan
the
of Billy the
post.
Kid?
She liked the post about the casting.
Yeah, because you mentioned that, Emily, and then we were talking about the fact that we were like, yeah, what are the odds that her, Tom, and Nina are all like somewhat mutually following each other?
0. Except for
right.
this reason.
Because like I already love Tom, but like who is he? Like nobody knows him. And yeah, unless Ali is like a hardcore fan of Billy the Kid or something, which is possible.
Hey,
I'm not trying to shade his
It's a
career.
good show.
but like,
I still have to watch it.
I didn't know he even existed a week ago. So,
Yeah,
to be quite honest, oh my
I
god,
did find out through going through her following list that she follows Timothy Chalamet's sister, and I'm glad that me from a month ago didn't find that out, because I would have put the pieces together on that one and been real upset.
I'm going through. He follows Florence Pugh, so maybe Florence is gonna be our tigress. Oh,
Or maybe she has a song on the soundtrack.
Florence Pugh?
Oh wait, I'm thinking of Florence and the Machine. I'm sorry, y'all.
No,
I don't know anything.
Tina's coming.
Tina,
Tina.
my light in my world, in my love. Wait, where's Tina? How do we know Tina's coming?
Theory.
Chase talked her into it on the group chat.
Well, I'm looking on Instagram on the different followers, so Tina, get in here.
Taylor, what do you think about Ali?
I only know her from Moana, but I like her. I mean, she sings really well and she's a good actress, so I think she'll be fine.
Ooh.
Tina!
Tina!
God!
Woo!
Love you, Tina. We're so glad that you made it.
Oh, thank you, man. It's good to be here.
We can't do this without you.
What I miss?
Oh,
We're
you
just talking about AJ's theory. Do you have any thoughts about the Lucy Gray theory?
Oh, what's the Lucy Gray theory that she's greasy? Say.
yes. My theory, but yes.
It's a casting theory of Ali Cravallo.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
convinced. I'm convinced.
That's all you have to say.
Yeah.
Also, just I feel like she has the look. You know what I mean? Like I feel like she would be like just visually would fit in for the kind of film Ballad is. I don't know if that makes sense. But I definitely could see her and Tom sharing like the screen. Like they just seem like they work well. I don't know.
Gosh, I hope they have good chemistry. I mean, whoever ends up being picked.
You're like quickly covering that. I'd be like, well, whoever, you know.
Snow falls in love with Moana. Woo!
I mean,
Not
I
to
just
make
feel
all
like
the Hans and Moana.
Hans and Moana.
they just need to have such a good instant connection. Like I feel like you have to feel it on the screen because it's
Yeah.
already fast in the book, but when you're reading a book, it's slower than a movie. In a movie, it's gonna seem, twice as fast as when we were reading. So I just hope they have good chemistry.
Yeah. I really want like Snow to be like really charming and for me to be really mad about it.
Yes, yeah. We'll see.
I hope they dance.
Also, go ahead.
Sorry. They dance together in the book, right? I hope there's a dancing scene.
La La Land.
It's a musical, guys.
Oh my God.
No.
The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, the musical. Could you imagine the title? The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, the musical.
Oh my God.
Nope.
Part 1.
Part
Oh,
1.
the title is already killing me. It's too long.
I did also want to bring this up. My boyfriend, who is an actor, did explain that smaller roles typically get announced closer to filming. So like, because I was kind of surprised that Snow was the first one we got for some reason. Like in my head, I felt like they would save that. Maybe not for last, but like for in the middle or something. I don't know why I felt that way, but yeah. So he did tell me that's usually the typical casting timeline. So we'll probably get like Dr. Gall and the tributes and stuff like later on.
I feel like we could still be getting tributes and like the smaller roles like while they are filming once they've started.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
It was kind of unusual, I feel like, what Lionsgate did for the Hunger Games, where they did really cool marketing and announced each of the tributes, like from each district, and put all that promo into it. I wish they would do something like that again. But
yeah. Emily, where is that stadium in Germany? Is that in Berlin?
It's in Berlin, I believe.
Because in that interview that we just got today, he said Poland and Berlin, not Germany.
Y'all, if they don't film there, like that is also another thing that is just 100% for sure in my mind, because why would they not? Why would they not? It's so like the architecture, it's so perfect.
What is it called?
The Olympic
Olympia?
Stadium? I think it's just the Olympic Stadium.
Okay. In Berlin.
friend
Olympia
Lily.
Stadium or whatever.
My friend Lily, who is from Germany, said that she also feels that that's where it'll happen.
Oh my goodness, we need some German fans.
Shout out Lily. I told her already. I was like, you better be scouring your land for them casting calls.
I would be there every day waiting.
Yeah. So
Okay.
shout out Lily. I don't know if you're listening, but shout out to you.
Does anyone know who Tila Dunn is? She's like, she used to be an old school like YouTube makeup artist, like one of the it girls of YouTube.
Mm.
So I like grew up watching like Tila and Alicia. Like it was just like girls who like they were like the first girls I watched who ever went to Coachella. They were like influencers. Like they created the whole idea of influencers when I was like 12. Anyway, Tila is followed by both. How do you pronounce her name? Ali.
Oli.
I think it's Ow Lee.
She has it in her bio.
And Tom. What if she's in the movie?
She could be a tribute. I don't know what she looks like, but or how old she is, but she could
I
be
never liked her. She was always annoying, so I hope she's
Dang.
not.
Maybe she's Livia.
She's playing
Yeah.
Coral.
She's like literally 25.
Well,
Tom's
All right.
27.
27.
Oh no, I'm saying that to playing Dr. Gall.
oh,
Oh,
No.
probably not then.
No, you guys. Now I'm looking through all of the people that they follow one by one individually, seeing who them follow.
I'm
Then we need to
29.
go-
Is that old enough for Dr. Gall?
yeah,
I picture Dr. Gall super old.
I'll bring my snakes.
yes.
Get your snake in already.
I didn't. Not till I come back from North Carolina, but next week.
Maybe by then the snake will have slithered away out of your life.
No. That's Holly. You're like Emily. I hope your pet runs away.
I hope so.
That would mean it gets loose in my house, and I love snakes, but I don't know about that.
Especially because it could slither somewhere dangerous for it. You don't want that.
Yeah, no, it's a cute little baby.
I want that for it. I love
Just to be
animals.
free.
We talk about snakes. At that point, get rid of it.
That's not a cute little baby. That's
Yes,
a
it is.
killer.
That's the
Do
skin of
not speak that way of Noodle. Noodle is so cute.
Doodle.
a doodle.
His name
Is
is
Noodle the
Noodle.
official name? Is that the official name?
No.
No, I have
I don't
not.
think so.
I haven't named him
I was
yet.
excited
I have
there.
to wait until I, have him.
Aren't you
Connect
leaning
with
to a
it.
ballad?
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that's right.
thinking ballad maybe because he's green, but like I don't know.
Noodle.
What about Choreo? Is that too like I don't
See, I have to
Noodle
wait.
ballad.
There's a long game here. I'm gonna get an albino snake eventually. That'll be Choreo.
Hmm.
That
What
makes
about
sense.
Rue?
I'm coming over and driving all of them over with my car.
Wow.
Oh my god.
God. Sick of. You need to leave.
Leave. I can't.
Hey, you need to leave. So, is there anyone who looks like Sejanus that they're following?
Ooh.
I've wanted
Us-
Mina Masood the whole time. I hope it's him, but I don't think it's gonna be.
I think you're wrong because Alie. I'm sorry. I'm just
Oli.
Ali.
It's like Lee.
Ali
Mhm.
is following The Rock. So clearly The Rock is
Okay.
Jada.
The Rock is high bottom.
Dr. Gall.
Dr. Gall.
They do a gender swap Dr. Gall, and he's actually just The Rock. Hey,
I'm sorry,
I-
Cleo.
I have to agree with Brittany Broski on this. She said that in something that she was like terrified of The Rock. And I don't remember who she was like sitting with, but they looked at her like, what do you mean? And she's like just imagine The Rock running full force at you.
Oh my god.
And of course, like, Brittany Broski would say something like that. But ever since she said that, I was like, I can't get that out of my head.
Oh my god.
It's like the scene in Get Out. The
Yes.
guy just running.
We were literally talking about that scene today. I love that scene, the Get Out run. So good.
Confirmed. The Rock is Janus.
True.
DM.
The Rock, District 2, Masonry. I'm sensing a new theory here.
There we go.
Listen up.
We did get our first Tom Blythe Ballad interview today.
It was an awkward interview. A little bit, but
But
I'm
his
glad-
responses were good.
yeah, it was cool that somebody asked him questions about the Hunger Games.
Wait,
Mhm.
what was awkward about it?
I thought the interview was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was like, "Have you read the books?" He was like,
No.
I didn't read it."
same with
He's like, "Yeah,
everyone.
you should read it."
He just wasn't very excited, but
Yeah.
it seemed like he really wanted to ask about it. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
like a
awkward.
weird vibe about him. But Tom's responses were good, and
Yeah.
I was so happy to hear that like he, had seen all the movies and like actively was like, following them, and that he also seems to really understand the true message of the franchise and not just like take it as like a YA franchise, like
Hmm.
he seemed to really understand it, which was like, okay, good.
Probably because of all the DMs that were like, "Welcome to the fandom." Do well, Tom.
I love that he was like, I'm really, that he's like concerned for the fans' reaction and stuff, because clearly we made it very, 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 very clear that we're all very excited to have you. Now don't mess this up.
Mess it up.
It's like RuPaul. No, don't F it up.
Yeah, we
He
made him
Yeah,
deactivated
nervous.
his Twitter like an hour after the announcement.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe he was following even more models and things, because Twitter has a lot more loose rules for guidelines than Instagram
Yeah,
does.
he
And
probably
maybe
just
they're
didn't
like,
want-
we need to do like a PR sweep.
Yeah, he wanted to delete whatever was there.
Oh,
Listen, I don't blame him. It's just like, okay, you're gonna be
Yeah,
in
not
this
that there's
really
anything
big fan
like
base.
bad there, but just to start
Mhm.
start afresh.
Like, could you imagine if that was Josh Hutcherson? I just feel like, yeah, PETA is following hella models.
It's all just young woman.
I can just already see the parents like freaking out.
That's cool though. If okay, I don't know how to say her name, but it's cool if Moana does end up being Lucy Gray, because like I don't know, Josh Hutcherson, like I already knew him and I knew he was famous before he even got the role, and so now it's like, oh, like people already recognize her, so it would balance out Tom Blythe being unknown.
Hmm.
And if I'm
definitely.
not mistaken, her sidekick in the movie was a pig. So I think that's another
Hey, hey.
connection.
Who ordered this steak?
Oh my goodness. Conspiracy theory. Moana was created just as a hype up thing for Ballad.
crazy.
I don't know
It all
how
makes
you pick
sense.
up on that, AJ. That's the most important piece of this theory.
Confirmed. This is it.
Now it's final.
Lionsgate just texted me. They're on this chat and they're like, you got us. Wrap it up, folks.
I feel like if we started spreading this rumor though, Lionsgate would. They
So
would
let's have a
announce
full episode about it.
everybody at Lionsgate.
No, exactly. I
Well-
feel like if we all post something about this, then they will be forced to show who
Let's
the
force
real
their
Lucy
hand.
Gray is. Yes, exactly.
Oh,
Or you'll be forced to hire a legal team.
Forced.
Yeah.
guys, forced to tell us who is a songbird and who is a snake.
Dun dun dun.
We just
I
know.
want that logo.
Oh, I know. We have to tweet Nina and be like, I'm so excited to hear that Moana was cast as a
I feel like if I tweeted at Nina, she would block me. And I don't want that. So
We have
I
to get
know,
a
I
legal
like-
team. Never mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I see her like responding to fans and stuff. So I'm like, I know that she's not like, it's not like she doesn't do that. But then, same like you, Emily, I feel like she would take one look at my profile picture and be like, immediately, no, this
No,
person's
I'm too
invested.
scared. She might just like it though. I mean, she's done things like that before. I
If
don't
someone
know.
tweets this and she likes it, I will like that'll send me for real.
Somebody else do it. Somebody who doesn't have a Hunger Games account.
I'll do it. I don't use my Twitter, so
Go, Holly.
We volunteer you as tribute.
off I go. Who ordered this pig?
Emily, how's the new logo coming along?
It's fine.
Okay. Good talk.
Well, anyway,
It looks the same. I changed it on Instagram, but like you can't hardly tell because it's exactly the same.
Well, so good job. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does anybody else have any casting thoughts, ballad thoughts?
Head empty, ballad thoughts.
Right, so many ballad thoughts, but nothing that I haven't said before.
anyone want to go to Europe this summer?
Me,
Europe trip.
let's go. I have miles.
I'm going to France at the end of June, but I feel like it's not close enough. But I'll keep my
They're
eyes out if
filming
I
at
see
the-
Nina
at the
Jacobson
end of
in
June, right?
Paris. Yeah, I think so.
Well, maybe train over to Berlin, right?
Yeah, I'll
walk
just hop
around
over
and
there
maybe
real quick.
You'll stumble upon.
Yeah, I'll just, I'll keep my eyes open for Nina and Tom.
Didn't someone posted that they were going to be Kaylee? She posted that they were going to be filming through November.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Does anybody know where that came from?
Yeah, I don't know. I tried looking for what her source was, but I couldn't find anything on my own. To be fair, I didn't look very hard. I was too busy stalking
Maybe it
Tom's
was like
following
another
list,
one
but
of those like production weekly type
yeah, that's my guess too, because that's like very specific
things.
information.
That seems like a long time.
Yeah. But I guess there's a lot to film in the capital. Because that's where the majority of the book takes
I guess
place.
it's mostly, I mean, all but part 3, but it just seems like a long time because then they still have to film other things for part 3. So
Yeah. We should ask Henry Mill River Village if Lionsgate's contacted them about coming back for District 12.
Oh my gosh.
Try to ask a stunt double or a stunt guy who worked on part 2, and he said he heard rumors about. I asked him if there was any talks about it coming back to Atlanta because that's where he worked, and he said he heard stuff about it, but he didn't know if it was confirmed or not. So maybe Atlanta again.
Interesting.
Everyone, let's camp out in Berlin and Atlanta. We'll have different little campsites. We'll just wait for all of them at the airport.
Oh my gosh. See, it's
2 days later.
I just want to be a part of the secrecy that is the production of this movie. Like, what group chats are happening? Like, what emails are being sent? I'm just so curious. I just
See,
want to.
I know,
think
like,
about that.
I'm not going to say anything. Just let me follow
I-
along.
Yeah,
I think about that, and then I'm like, if I were actually given like some really crazy information, and I would have to legally, sign all the 60 million NDAs and everything. Hunger Games being my special interest, like I cannot shut up about it. Like, so I would do it, but it would be excruciating. Like I would have to like call my therapist and be like, I have to tell you something, but I can't. And then she'd be like really concerned, and then it would be this big thing.
Well, no,
Like,
if you
I
told
feel-
her, she couldn't tell anyone.
I
So they
guess.
Tell her. Yeah.
But still, like I mean, my therapist is very cool, but like the idea of having information and not being able to tell you guys, for example, about it, like that would be really difficult.
Yeah,
That's
I
so
couldn't tell
sweet.
that, to
I'd be
honest.
like, sucks for you guys.
Wow. Okay, I take it back. I'll tell everyone but Emily.
Yeah, seriously. And then we'll run over her snake, right, guys? Right, guys?
No.
No,
No animal cruelty. Don't take it out of my snakes.
No animal cruelty to anything but snakes. Snakes
No.
are the exception.
You know who's gonna hate this movie? People who have a phobia of snakes.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Angela. I feel
Angela,
so
yeah.
bad for Angela.
I think of Angela every time I post something related to snakes. Like, sorry, Angela, but you can tell me you want to be off the close stories if you don't want to see it.
So sketchy.
I feel like I should just turn my Dr. Gall account into my snake account.
Yo.
Oh. You should.
Yes.
Well, then you can unfollow me, Holly.
Wow.
Yours is with
Wow.
me. I'm with you, Holly. She hates snakes too. Why don't we have some logical, critical thinkers over here?
Because not every snake is dangerous.
Well, they're all ugly and evil.
Wow.
Ugly.
They're so cute.
How are they?
That's a
cute?
matter of opinion.
Their little faces.
Their
and
eyes
their
are
little
like too big
tongue.
for their head. Ugh, so cute.
Yeah.
And she doesn't
And
The
think
they're
first
just
time in my
so
life,
cute.
They're
I
so
agree with
cute.
Holly.
Okay, yep, perfect. I have Chase and I have Cherish. That's all I need. I can't wait.
But
I mean, I
mean,
wouldn't
And
run
then
next
there's
snake
their
with a
pretty
dog, but-
colors and designs.
Yeah, they're pretty colors, and then they eat you and bite you, and then swallow animals.
I don't know what kind of snakes you got out there, but like we ain't got any like man-eating snakes here, so
You do. Don't act like you don't.
there's poisonous ones, but like they're not gonna
Plus-
eat you.
Plus, I mean, you know, if like snakes and other kinds of animals like that attack humans, it's usually because they're scared or like they were provoked or something. It's not like
Yeah.
it's
Well,
it's
I'm
like actively seeking humans out to like
Like
destroy us.
rattlesnakes.
Yeah,
they
my
will
snakes are gonna
warn
love
you.
me.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
was almost eaten by a rattlesnake on a hike a couple years ago. And that's
Mhm.
why I go for walks around my neighborhood instead of hikes. I'm petrified of rattlesnakes.
I mean, to be fair, rattlesnakes are pretty scary. See, like to me, there's a difference between like the kind of snake Emily is getting and like a full-on rattlesnake or like
Yeah,
constrictor.
like a little
Yeah.
garden snake.
A
Garden
venomous
snakes are
snake?
cute.
No, thank you.
Ooh.
I still think they're pretty and I love seeing them in like zoos and stuff, but like, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily love hanging out with a boa constrictor that is wild, you know?
Instagram has been sending me, like, I don't know what it is with the algorithm, but it's been sending me scary snake videos. I'm like, oh no, what did I do?
Hope they attack you.
Oh my God.
Emily loves me. It's okay, guys.
To the arena breakup live, not clickbait.
Yeah, the one thing that will tear this relationship apart.
Maybe.
I really hope that, like, I know in the book the snakes are described as being like neon colors and stuff, but I never really liked that. I felt like that was a little too like cartoony and weird, like Willy Wonka-ish to me for some reason. I'm hoping that they'll go for like, I don't know if you've seen those. I don't know what they're called or if they're even real, but I've seen them online where they're like the snakes they're kind of like black, but they have like rainbow iridescence about them. And those are like, I think those are really cool, and I feel like would make them look a little bit more like serious and real than like some candy colored snakes, you know?
But I
Like I don't
the,
want them to look like sour gummies.
but I like the
Delicious.
visual connection between like the rainbow snakes and like the rainbow dress of Lucy Gray.
Yeah, I always like the colorful snake idea.
I'm with you, AJ.
Thank you.
So
I mean, like, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna add Neon Guts by Lil Uzi Vert to my ballad playlist if they have neon snakes.
That reminds me, you saying neon snake or neon guts in reference to snakes reminds me of that one scene in Annihilation, which is a movie no one has seen, but just on the off chance, has anyone here seen it?
No, but I saw another movie by that director last night.
Are you talking about Annihilation?
Yeah, with Natalie Portman.
No, but I'm staring at the book right now. I've started it. I've never finished it. But that's all. Sorry.
It's okay. It's a fantastic movie, very underrated. It's a cosmic horror, which I love. It's like same genre as like Interstellar and yeah. Anyway, there's this weird thing with like refracted DNA and can I say something kind of gross? Like, is it okay? I don't know.
Or
I'll just say intestines that move like snakes and leave it at that.
lovely.
Yeah. So you're welcome.
Nothing.
Go see Annihilation though. It's cool. It's not just about weird intestines. It's actually really cool. But it'll make you feel weird.
Cherish was asking if we thought maybe they would make the movie R-rated recently,
No.
but I don't think there's any. Does anybody think that that would be a possibility?
No.
I would like that, but I don't think so.
Yeah, same.
You
I
can
would
like
love
stretch
that.
it,
Yeah,
press the boundaries.
we'll dance around it.
They'll probably get away with as much as they can within a PG-13 rating.
Yep.
Which is not much.
No. But I mean, yeah, the one thing that I would say, I mean, I know we got some shaky cam fans, so I know I'm not alone here, but what I feel like the shaky cam worked really well for like the bloodbath sequence in the first movie, because it really does make you feel like some crazy shit is happening, but you're not actually seeing like graphic violence. It just makes you feel like you are. I mean, you see like and like the blows and stuff are like they're cut. You know, like I always think of that specific moment where like Kato strikes the boy from 4, and it hurts me. But I feel like the shaky cam and all that is really effective in that scene, and I want just a taste, just a little bit of that in Ballad.
I like the shaky cam during that sequence. That was good.
I like it during that sequence and that only. I will agree there.
But I mean, as a whole, America had like when it comes to their rating system, they can. I feel like we're really desensitized to like violence on screen as opposed to more like sexual themes, because I mean, we talked about this in some of my college classes that like in Europe, they more so are desensitized to like sexual nature and like themes as compared to the US, which is more the opposite way, where it like with violence.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it can definitely be something that they can get away with a lot of things, especially I think with it being like a decade since the Hunger Games came out. Like even since then, like movies have been pushing the line a lot. And so I think we'll be surprised with how much they can get away with right now.
I have to say, like, so like I would always spend my summers in France, and our like the American releases would happen earlier and France would get them later. And so when I wanted to see like the new summer movies, I would always have to wait until they come out in France, and I would always have to see them like dubbed in French, which was interesting. But I remember from one summer, like when Elysium came out, and Elysium is rated R in the US, and rated R period. But in France, it was like they were like, you cannot see this if you're a child. Like they made it seem like it was like this really big scary thing. And then I still went to see it with like some family. And I mean, yeah, it's a rated R movie, but I just remember thinking like, what's the big deal? And I was like, oh wait, I'm just American.
Yeah.
And then like similarly, there's a movie called Love by a French director called Gaspard Noé, which I highly do not recommend. It was on Netflix for a while, and it was rated R in the US. And it was only rated as not recommended for children under 16, which means you can still go see it. They're just saying we just don't advise this.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anyone knows this movie. I hope you don't. It's just not. I hate this movie for a lot of reasons. It is very graphic sexually.
Wait, Love by who?
Love by who? Asking for a friend. Gaspard Noé. So it's Gaspard. So Gaspard, Noé, Noe.
Oh,
It wasn't like it was really popular in France. Like I think it had a bigger like reception in France because it's a French director.
Mhm.
I hate that movie so much for a lot of reasons, but I just remember being like so stunned at like the difference in rating systems and stuff in other countries. And yeah, I agree. I think Ballad is I could see it going like 50-50. I feel like I could see them keeping it at the same level of intensity as the original movies, or also I can see them like really trying to push it as much as they can.
Yeah.
I feel like they could also utilize the arena in Ballad differently, like with the tunnels and make maybe it being darker on the screen and like hiding some of it that way.
Or having stuff like from a distance. Because like we do have like in this one, like they do have spectators in the arena, correct?
Right. Okay.
So
That
you
makes
could see
sense.
like far away shots, you know, like a tribute fighting, like one of them falling to the ground, but it's so far away it's not graphic, but it happens on screen.
That's
It's
what I
seeing
was thinking.
people's reactions too, instead of seeing what actually happens.
Yeah. That's an aspect of Ballad that I find super interesting. How like the capital is like a lot of people are still very against the games because they're still just like, no, that's just too inhumane. And it's been 10 years of the Hunger Games. It's not even like this is the first year of them.
Yeah.
And I think that in contrast to the original movies where it was this really big fanfare, it'll be really interesting to see that too, I think.
Definitely.
I feel like part of that is, I mean, but getting into ballot discussion, but like the bread and circuses, like they have the
Mhm.
circuses, but like they don't have the bread.
Yeah.
And people are kind of still concerned about their survival.
Mhm.
Even people like Snow, who like were way at the top. So there's like lots of people in the capital who aren't really provided for, like in the way that we see in the trilogy. So I feel like that is something that has to develop too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want shaky cam for Snow's like Janus arena rescue sequence. So I feel like that scene reading it was so chaotic to me.
Yes.
No shaky cam on Sejanus.
I mean, not like when he's like they're just talking, but when they're actually making a run for it and like Bobbin comes out and the peacekeepers like could not care. And they like
I'm just
kinda drag
imagining
him
this
through.
being filmed at the Olympic Stadium. Like, I feel like the layout for it is perfect. I love the turnstiles around it, like how there's the turnstiles and then there's a lot of space between the start of the arena. And I just want the enjoy the show part. Like,
Yes.
The show.
I was thinking about the enjoy the show thing recently because I came up on that part when I was listening to the audiobook a couple days ago. And it sticks out to me so much because of like the, you know, the obvious kind of like irony of it, I guess, of that like moment literally. But then the idea of like this automated voice telling somebody to enjoy the show, it's like to me it echoed so much them trying really hard to make the games popular within the capital and within the rest of Panem, and it was like enjoy it, like almost like a command, like you have to. um I don't know if that really makes sense, but
No, I
uh
love that.
I feel like it was just like this it's just one of those like eerie things. um and I mean, I know it's in there, it has, I feel like it's one of those like really many layered symbols probably in the book, but I'm going to be really salty if Lionsgate does not take advantage of that little thing as a tagline or something,
Yeah.
because it's
Me
so
too.
good. And they went like so hard with like, the fire will burn forever. If we burn, you burn with us. Like so many quotes from the books were used for the original like movies, like in the marketing and like promotion of them. And enjoy the show is so good. I feel
It's
like
so
it encapsulates
perfect.
everything.
I just feel like we need to make it a big thing in the fandom, so then they take the hint, like, oh,
Yeah.
include this.
Good idea, Holly.
I want to make a shirt.
That's what I've been saying.
That's
We
like the perfect shirt to wear.
I want to do like one of those. I've been trying to figure this out. I'm just not an environment artist, so I kind of struggle with this a lot more, but like make it merch of the stadium, like in the
Ooh,
Capitol,
yeah.
and have that be like the little tagline.
It could be like Disneyland shirts, how everyone has like the
Yeah.
iconic Disneyland shirt, but it's like an arena one. I like that.
Like
Tourist
Capitol
shirt.
Arena, enjoy the show. Like
Yeah.
visit the historical Capitol Arena, enjoy the show.
Wait, you should make that and I'll pay you for it.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'll do my best. I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Well, any other thoughts?
Just one more thought. Do you think they'll like keep the? You know what? That's a dumb question. They'll probably keep the rainbow dress. I don't know. I'm just thinking
Oh,
about
yeah,
how the
they
dress
have
is gonna
I
look.
have so many thoughts about the rainbow dress.
I don't
feel
want it to
like.
look tacky. Like when I read it in the book, when I first read it, I was grossed out. I was like, "What? Rainbow dress?" I was like, "Is she 5?" But I don't know. Maybe they'll make it look actually really tasteful.
They need to have it because that's the one auction item I'm going to literally spend all my money on. Like I will be spending my money the rest of my life on that dumb tacky dress.
Something tells me the exhibition's gonna get that, but you could get it and then like loan it to the
Well, they'll
exhibition.
make more than one.
Yeah, they will. But Tina, I am with you. I like read and read and read the description of the dress, and I feel like calling it a rainbow dress, I don't think it's literally rainbow where there's every single color that's included in it, because the only specific colors that are mentioned are like a raspberry kind of color, like a daffodil color, and like some kind of like royal blue. I don't think it's those exact words, but those are the three colors that are mentioned specifically. And that's why like anytime I've drawn Lucy Gray, or at least in that dress, I've gone with those three colors. And I think like because it's just a multicolored dress, like a rainbow dress sounds better than a multicolored dress, if that makes sense, like just word
Yeah,
wise. I don't think
very
it's
true.
literally rainbow.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's just a good way for Snow to talk about it. Like, oh yeah, just the rainbow dress. It's a bunch of colors.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I actually wrote it down.
A dress made of a rainbow of ruffles. That's the first quote.
Yeah, kind of
That could be-
reminds me of like a gypsy dress, the way they describe it.
With the ruffles and stuff, because it's also mentioned that it's like tattered and stuff now, but you could tell that once upon a time it was like a fancy dress.
Yeah, I picture like a very faded set of like pastel colors. And like I picture like probably a little dirty and dusty. Like definitely not like a new dress.
I think it'd be cool if they went with a white dress with like faded multicolored stripes on
Yeah.
it.
Something not
then-
so in your face. Like it's not like I didn't read it as
Muted.
tacky because I think I pictured it a lot more like subdued.
She has to wear it for so long that you wouldn't want it to be too distracting.
Yeah.
Mhm. So I think it is raspberry pink, royal blue, and daffodil yellow because that's what I wrote down in my notes of the only physical descriptors of the covey. And I tried to make it a point to only write down what was specifically mentioned in the book. So I think that's what that is.
Yeah, and the
But that
three
could,
on the Lucy Gray dress that you had for my little Christmas gift is those three colors. So
yeah, that's what I stuck to because that's all we know. But that can obviously be taken, and there's so much you can do with that.
yeah.
I'm excited to see the first like pictures of the first look. And I really want People magazine to have the first look like they did for Katniss.
I know. I'm sad that Entertainment Weekly, they did the original first look, right? Or was that People?
I thought it was
I think
people.
that was People.
Okay. But
fun.
Entertainment Weekly went like out of print. Or they don't do print anymore.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's like fairly recent.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I was wondering, I don't know if you guys would know this, but once people announced Tom being cast last week, I wanted to see if like that was in the actual physical copy. I don't know if y'all knew that, because then if it was, I wanted to go like buy a copy.
Yeah.
But
I didn't think about that.
yeah, so I might go to like Barnes and Noble tomorrow or something, because people people comes out on Fridays every week. So
Mm.
I just didn't know if you all would know.
The first one with Katniss was Entertainment Weekly. I just looked at mine.
What? No, it had to be the people.
Because
Like
I'm
with
pretty sure
Katniss
like
on the cover.
No, I thought it was Entertainment Weekly too.
Really?
That's my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they did all the Catching Fire like collectible covers, the 4 different character ones.
Yeah,
I just had a
it's
Mandela
mostly-
effect happen.
Oh, I agree with you, AJ, because I have that distinct like green cover. Are you guys talking about the orange cover one for Entertainment
No,
Weekly?
the first one with Katniss, the first thing that ever came out with like the green, the forest. First look at Katniss, that's EW.
Oh.
What? Like,
Yeah,
so I just pulled out my People magazine and I was like convinced it said first
Yeah.
look. And it doesn't. It just says collector's edition and like, you know, the world of the Hunger Games or whatever. But yeah. I mean, I believe you. I'm just like bamboozled.
I'm holding it in my hands, guys. I promise. That was the first magazine I ever bought
Really?
in my
Oh,
life.
what?
I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to buy a magazine. I've never done something like this.
I was a major like Tiger Beat girl growing up. So
And M Magazine. I loved M Magazine.
yes. Oh my god. That brought something from deep inside my head vault. Wow.
I would
I
always
still
get the,
have some of
like,
my posters, like Twilight posters and stuff from
Taylor,
that.
what? Take pictures. I want to see them.
I think they're in my garage. I'll have to find them, but I will.
I used to get the J14 magazines on vacation.
Same.
Yes. I just wanted all the Disney Channel Star drama. I just wanted all of it.
I ate it up.
See, but now I'm sad that we aren't going to get the same thing for Ballad.
They're gonna make a comeback.
I don't think so.
It's
Well, I
fun.
think it's interesting.
know.
You go to Barnes and Noble now and like they have like Bridgerton special edition magazines or Star Wars or Marvel. So I feel like they would do like one collector's edition for Ballad.
Yeah, I
There's-
definitely still think that they'll do things. It's just like that specific one, like that they
The
won't
last
have
time
anymore.
I went to Barnes and Noble, I counted 8 different Harry Potter
No.
collector's
I
edition.
knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
And I was like, yo, I love Harry Potter, but 8 at the same time.
What do they talk about still? Like,
I'm like, you're just recycling the same information over and
Oh
over.
shit, what is
again.
there to talk about? I mean, I know there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of cool production things and there's a lot of movies, but
But it's like, do you need 8 of them out at the same time?
no.
Like, there was one that was like focusing on the secrets of Dumbledore, which makes sense because it's like the new one. Like, I get that, right? But then relax. Like, just take a breather.
Mhm.
And then in 2020, Hollywood Spotlight did post or come out with a Hunger Games issue that was sort of like a recap of the franchise and talking about the ballad book, which was like upcoming. It hadn't quite been released yet, I don't think. It was like kind of in preparation for it. And that made me really excited. I couldn't find it in stores near me, so I bought one from eBay. But that tells me that we definitely will get something in print because if anything, Hollywood Spotlight did that, and I feel like it would only make sense for them to do that again. I really want Us Weekly to do one because of the 4 ones that they gave us, 5 actually. I love those ones.
yeah, I feel like EW, People, and Us were like the trifecta of magazine covers.
I'm just like shocked that EW is out of print.
Like they still do. It's just digital now.
Yeah, I don't like that, guys. That's scary. I'm a physical copy kind of gal.
Do we know if those pictures of Tom, like those black and white photos of him in a tree, I know those are New York Times, but I don't know if that was for like a recent article, and same thing if that's only a web exclusive thing or not, because that I was trying to figure out if I could go and get in person, like in a paper copy, but
Oh,
I
I
also
don't
didn't
know.
look very hard because I love those photos. They're very cool.
We're all falling for snow over here.
I
Woo!
mean, I would say I would say I'm surprised, but I'm not.
I'm waiting for Sejanus.
Watch Sejanus be even hotter than snow. I'm gonna crack up.
I mean, I feel like that would make sense.
Why?
So,
Why would that make sense?
in my brain.
Have problematic faves as soon as this movie comes out. And I just can't what's another thing that I'm gonna miss is that Tumblr is not what it used to be. And
Amen.
Yeah.
Tumblr was the place for fandom back in the day. And when the Hunger Games movies were coming out, like you could not get me off Tumblr. There was so much. And there's so much like fan art and just discussions and
The gift sets.
edits, the gift sets, and just so much stuff. But like it was so much fun. And I mean, Instagram has definitely become that for me at least, like where I go for fandom. But there's just something special about Tumblr that I miss very much, and we won't have that now. Because Emily, that immediately there would be Snow and Sejanus shippers, and like there would be like a discourse about how problematic that is, and they would like shut down the fandom for a minute. But I don't know,
Yeah, I
there's
feel like
something kind of
Tumblr,
oddly
you could
comforting
find
about
kind
that.
of any sort of niche interest within the fandom. So if you wanted like
Yeah.
fan fiction, or you wanted like the gift sets or fan art or whatever, you could like find and follow those things more easily.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram is a bit more social, which I like too. It's just different.
It is different. I feel like what I liked about Tumblr was you didn't have to be, not that you have to on Instagram, but you didn't have to be like posting or creating content. You could just sort of quietly follow people, and because that's where I was back in 2012. Like I was not on social media. I was kind of against social media for a long time. And I just had fun like being a fan kind of privately, if that makes sense. And obviously like I'm grateful for all of you guys in Instagram and this kind of like this side of fandom life, if that makes sense. But yeah, for all the niche like subset interests, it's a little harder to
Yeah.
find nowadays.
It's just a new chapter, you know?
Yeah. TikTok might take over. Sometimes TikTok feels like Tumblr, even though the format is different.
TikTok does feel like Tumblr in kind of that way.
In 2020, Harry Potter TikTok was crazy. And then I eventually had to like leave it. I was like, y'all are too much. Too much.
2020
But-
Twilight TikTok was it for me.
Yeah. When like Draco Talk was one of the most trending hashtags on TikTok, I was really living my best life. But then I came across this post that was someone who was saying like, guys, I know we're all having a good time here, but like just enjoy this before this becomes the most toxic place on the internet. Because we all know that that will happen. And it was like a month later, it was like a cesspool. And I was like, yep, time to get out. It's
Gotta
fun while it
go.
lasted, but gotta go now. Yeah.
I feel sad that I missed whatever brief period of time the Hunger Games was popular on TikTok, like for the arena POV
Yeah, that
videos.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't that like summer 2020?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
missed that. Joined right after.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll
Or
come
like
back
the-
around.
Are you talking about the like if I were in the arena in the
Yeah.
Hunger Games and it's like the Gen Z things and
On their phones, yeah. Making a TikTok.
Ordering Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Possible TikTok revival once we get, you know. I just love that the fan cams have already started. They're very rudimentary, but they're there. And that gives me hope.
What's a fan cam?
It's like, I don't know if might be the best way to explain it, or at least that I can. I don't know if you've been on Twitter and you go into some like random comment section that has nothing to do with K-pop, but then you have like a bunch of replies where they're just like little K-pop videos.
What?
Do you know what
Uh,
Do you know what I'm referring to, or is it just not hitting at all?
No.
Okay.
But I'm following.
It's just like little videos. I guess are kind of like edits of like a specific person or people, and they can be like fictional characters, but they can also just be like real people, like actors or musicians or something.
All right, someone's gonna have to send
I'll
me.
find you. Yeah, I'll just
example.
find some examples.
I found one of President Snow.
Yes.
It's just like random clips with music.
Send it.
I think
I
that,
feel so
Me-
behind on like terminology and stuff.
Is there anyone on here who isn't into TikTok? Because I'm sorry. Like I'm Chinese and even I don't like that shit. Got so quiet. Hey, I can say that.
Me.
Thank
like
you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
I'm with
Obviously,
you, Gina.
you
Yeah,
guys
when
don't
like the
hate.
one thing I like about Trump when he was like shut that down, I was like, you
my
know what?
God,
Please,
stop.
please.
Get rid of
One-
it.
There's one thing we can do without. I'm sorry.
I agree that it can get out of hand very quickly, but I do appreciate that the algorithm knows you so well, because there's nothing I hate more than like, I'm already going to waste my time on social media. Like that's a
Yeah.
given. Let me at least see things that are actually going to make me giggle, or like give one of those like sharp exhales, you know, like I don't, so I appreciate how niche it gets. And then also I have found like a lot of creators on there, like especially like in the autism community, it's been really helpful. And there's a lot of good stuff that comes from TikTok, but I definitely like limit my intake, and I would say that I'm proud of my For You page. But I also have seen a lot of things on TikTok. I be reporting stuff left and right on there also. I'm like, you're crazy. You need to be stopped.
Also, like Tumblr.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, TikTok gives me Tumblr energy. It's just in a video format and like text posts and GIFs, but it's the same kind of people that are on there. But if TikTok were to go away tomorrow, I would be okay with that too.
I would not.
I miss Vine. Vine was the shit.
Yo,
That was
yeah,
great.
I like Vine.
The minute that they gave Vine's 1 minute long times, I knew that was the first nail in the coffin. The 6 second limit was what was so genius about it.
Yeah.
It gives me like sitcom vibes because like you
What,
did have
Vine?
that- yeah, Vines, whereas I feel like TikToks are just like I don't know. I like TikTok because like that's where I get a lot of my book recommendations from.
Oh,
Like yeah, so many of them. And I've keep up with my like my pop culture news that way. So, I mean, I don't use Twitter, so I feel like that's how I find things.
Holy, do you get that guy that does those like celebrity like shady compilations
Yes.
or like fails or whatever? And every so often that like Fergie performance where she does a cartwheel thing like comes up on my feed. And it's like it's the kind of thing where it's like I'm not gonna go out of my way to look for this. But I'm so glad it comes up every few months.
No, 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 no.
It's so much. Or like the sing along if you find them attractive videos.
God, yes. I love cringe ones too. Like the thirst
Yeah.
trap ones, how cringe those are.
Also Drew Afuelo.
Yes, my queen goddess angel. I love her.
She restores my will to live on a regular basis.
I love her.
It's like I'll see some stuff online or in real life that makes me really angry, and then I like pause and I'm like, but wait, I get to exist at the same time as Drew, so everything's okay.
It makes everything better.
Sometimes I just see stuff that like, she's not replying to or something, and then I feel the need to go like on an internet rant and like get in a fight with someone in the comments. And then I'm like, you know what? No. And I just visualize what I think Drew would say and I pretend that she responds to it. And then I just move on with my day and it's great.
Fights our battles for us, and I love
Yeah.
her every day for it.
She does it so that we don't have to.
Amen. And with that, well, I guess we ended up talking a lot tonight for an episode or a tribute talk where we had nothing planned really.
Y'all said these fan cam things, and I'm still confused.
Emily.
It's just internet stuff. Don't worry about it.
It's random, really weird.
Silly weird. Goofballs.
Does anyone follow the guy that makes fun of movies, like Disney Channel movies? Like he'll reenact parts of them after he
Yes.
plays the clips. That guy kills me. I laughed so hard. He is hilarious.
Is that the
Heard-
same guy who did Twilight clips too?
Yeah, I
Like
think
Brody
he's done some
something?
Twilight. No,
Does
it's
he have,
not
like, long
Brody
hair?
Wellmaker,
Oh.
but Brody is hilarious too. But
Mhm.
this guy, he'll like play a clip and then he shows like parts where they overact or like it's really cheesy and he'll reenact it. It's just so funny. Or he'll show like what the extras in the background are doing. He's hilarious. I'll have to send you all a video.
Please do. That sounds great.
Okay, wait, what one last thing, I swear to God. Yeah, so Chase, do you let people follow you?
No.
Oh, that's
he
the
does, okay.
question.
Oh no.
Okay, because I share a lot of dumb, funny stuff on my stories, and I was like, okay, it's for close friends, but I'm just like, oh wait, Chase doesn't let people follow him, so he doesn't get to see any of it. But whatever, your choice, bro. Your
You're
choice.
missing out, man.
He's like,
Is he still
I'm
I'm
here?
currently in witness protection. I'm not really supposed to tell you that.
what?
I'm in witness protection. Hello.
Not anymore.
I literally last year I requested to follow him, and I don't even think you knew my name because I think you started listening to our episodes, and then after a few weeks I was like, oh, I'm just gonna like take back my request. I don't know.
Yeah, I took it back. I was like, oh, never mind.
I don't think I ever took mine back. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm still waiting
Yeah, I'm still requested.
I'm never taking it back, Chase. It's gonna sit there
and
forever.
haunt you.
Chase, you and Nina
Don't-
have that in common.
Don't feel bad. I have two survivor players that have requested to follow me. I won't even let them follow me.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Wait,
These are
why?
very-
I mean, they're like
secretive.
old.
Why,
It's
though?
it's not it's nothing against y'all. It's just I don't really post on Instagram, so it's like there's nothing really to see. Honestly,
But
like I haven't
What
posted
if we
in
want
2
to tag
years.
you?
Oh, that will not happen.
Yeah.
It's I feel bad now.
We're all
Peer pressure.
like shouting you
bad.
out.
Feel bad.
Come follow my
At
new
the-
account.
So guys, don't follow Chase. The opposite of a plug.
Yeah. Give,
No, everyone follow Chase and put the pressure on.
No.
Does Chase follow us? I don't know. How do we know Chase? How is he here?
Chase isn't even real.
does he even
so
go?
much. What?
Does he even go here?
She doesn't even go here.
So much for that Southern hospitality.
Wow.
Tina.
Tina, don't I follow you?
I don't even
But-
think you follow me. You don't
I
follow.
don't think you follow me either.
Yeah.
I'll
You don't
follow
know the real
everybody right
us.
now.
He's a hater.
Let me follow
Me.
everybody.
We could all be fake people on the internet, but you don't really know who we are.
Exactly.
Chase follows me, so I feel very special right
He
now.
follows me too.
He
Wow.
calls me, you know.
Not me.
I thought I followed
Damn.
everybody. Give me
Wow.
one second.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know.
Who else did? I followed Jerry.
Yeah.
Tina, I'm
Must
so
be
sorry,
nice.
Tina. I would have followed you. I had no
No,
idea.
no, 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 no. No,
Ooh,
no. It's
private
not that.
story.
I realized I wasn't following Tina for the
Okay,
longest
who's
time
next?
too. After we were already friends.
A
It's all
court
good.
of books, and I don't know who that is.
That's
So
me.
Just got a follow request.
Kidding. Okay, now everybody's followed.
Now everyone follows him.
I have. Let me see. I have 43 follow requests.
No.
Just I don't answer them. It's not just y'all. It's even people I know
He really doesn't want to be
in
known.
real life.
I thought he
I'm
wouldn't let us
quirky.
follow him because I thought he was like accountants only.
Oh yeah, it's strict in our business.
Do you have a lot of accountant friends?
No, I don't. I follow one person from my school that I went to school with for that, and I barely even spoke to her. I was
Okay,
one
wait.
that like went to school and came home and didn't speak to anybody. That was just
Same.
me.
That's me.
Oh, that's so sweet and wholesome. I'm wondering, Cherish said people can still see your close friends even if you don't follow. What does that mean?
Yes, you can.
So
yeah, you can.
what is it like? So like Emily, if you
Like we don't have to be mutuals.
oh okay. Cherish also says that you should make a Hunger Games account, Chase.
Yes.
Make a Survivor and Hunger Games.
Yeah,
like
but
Make a
like,
episode.
Hunger
what-
Games account.
I mean, I do have another account that I could.
Like, didn't you used
I
to
may
have a
do
Hunger
that.
Games
Oh
account?
my god.
Damn.
We have to find it.
I found
Wait.
Nicole.
It's probably
find
cheese
yours.
buns are sweet.
There was someone who followed me who was a Hunger Games and Survivor account
Oh.
before. Was that you, Chase?
Wait, what?
No, I
Sure.
didn't. I've never had a Survivor account.
I'm forgetting the name, but now I'm gonna look back.
Oh yeah, I have like Phoebe Bridgers under my close friends, so I get what Cherish is saying now.
I once posted like, have
Wait.
you ever gotten your?
Oh no, I got so freaked out because I also have Timothy Chalamet as my close friend, and I was looking at one of my posts reviewed, and I thought it said Timothy viewed it. Oh my god, guys. He liked my Twilight post. I almost left this call and said goodbye, everyone. It was nice knowing you, but I gotta go to Hollywood.
Timothy is going to be the new Edward in the Twilight reboot.
Oh my god. I mean, I could see it. People love him enough.
No. Immediately no.
Who is
Not
the
the,
one with the
not the giggles.
Who is the one with the Timothy story? I can't remember if it's AJ or Tina. I think it was Tina.
What? What did I do?
Like the Timothy story, or no, was it Taylor Swift?
Oh yeah,
Oh, it was Taylor Swift. I was getting them mixed up. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, I was like, all I have for Timothy is some strong dislike.
Yeah, same.
That was confirmed by some mutual friends. That's all.
Will you let me know why?
Oh, right. I forgot you had reasons.
Reasons and quotes, but still reasons. Basically, the long story short, Timothy Chalamet is the kind of French American person that reminds me a lot of the kind of people I went to high school with. It's a very specific, very niche kind of person, and they're all terrible. Anyway, and
Canadian?
I've just always felt that I've just always gotten bad vibes from him. I've never met him. He could be sweet. I don't know. I don't care. And I had a friend who was interning at some fashion place in Brooklyn a few years ago and was eating dinner with his friends at this very exclusive restaurant in New York City. One so exclusive where you need like a reservation no matter what. Like it doesn't matter what time of day or what, like you need a reservation to eat there. Anyway, friend was at like his table was sort of near the entrance, and according to him, Timothy Chalamet came in with some people, did not have a reservation. Host tried to explain that sorry, no reservation, you can't eat here. And Timothy said, "Do you even know who I am?" And for me, that just confirmed everything I felt like I already knew about him. And maybe it was a bad day, and maybe it was whatever, and that's fine. But I don't care. I have no room for nuance when it comes to Timothy Chalamet.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have a funny
Okay,
I'll say
guys.
later.
Did everyone get the noties?
Nobody.
What happened? What?
Oh, is that your other account?
Yeah, I've never been on here except like a couple times, but
You look like Jeff.
that is.
I know.
Is
I
that
was
pretty
joking.
serious? Oh.
I was joking.
I didn't know.
Rue. What is this professional photo of Rue that you have?
Dude, I love photos. I love taking pictures.
What? He's a photographer on the side? What?
Yeah, I'll have to post some. Y'all be super unimpressed, but
No, that's
yeah,
what
you will
Instagram
have
is
to post
for.
some.
Post pictures
Instagram's
of
the perfect
Zendaya.
place.
He has Zendaya fan account. Yeah, it's so funny to me. Can't. I'm gonna cry.
now I can just post whatever I want. This is fun.
Exactly.
Freedom
There's
is
such a
unstoppable now.
stigma, or not a stigma. There's so much pressure now for like Instagram to be perfect, and I hate that because back in the day it was just like post stupid stuff.
Just post stupid stuff.
That's
Post
what mine
whatever you
still
want.
is.
Same.
I only post like because it's like legitimately fun. You know what I mean? Like my other accounts I have neglected severely because I'm like, I just don't care.
Yeah. I got rid of my private account because I was like, I don't like that everyone from high school can see what I'm posting. Makes me uncomfortable.
I haven't posted on my personal account in like forever.
I haven't
Yeah.
posted since March.
I low-key just
I-
like deleted all my posts. I was like, I don't want you guys to know what's going on with me. Go away.
I feel that. I just regularly kick people off my Instagram on that one.
Slowly.
My personal account, which I don't upload very often, but like on there, but I use it to keep in touch with some people. And then like as time goes on, I just gradually remove followers. Like you don't need to be here.
And you go into the void.
And then, you know, 2 Imagine Dragons members have requested to follow that account and now follow that account, so I can't get rid of it.
Oh wow. Damn.
So there's that. But like so and so from high school, bye.
Yeah.
Hey, who ordered this pig? Hey.
What the crap?
I love
Tina's laugh is my favorite.
No, I just expected it to
die.
stop, but it just kept going. I was like,
It
what?
just kept getting higher.
I want a 10-hour loop.
That's the musical part.
ASMR.
I'm cracking up because at first I thought it was Jerry still doing that. You just imagine Jerry just going. I'm sorry. I'm fucking I thought it was Jerry. I was like, Jerry, what is going on? Yeah. He was like,
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and re-listen to this part because I'm dead. I love you so much.
oh my god, I'm drunk.
Clip
Sorry,
it.
I had a bottle of Coca-Cola, so I'm Haymitch right now.
Tina.
Yeah. I'm not allowed to have sugar, so yeah.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like sleepovers when it's like it's like late and it's like, you know, you should be going to bed, but everyone's giggly and loopy and has the giggle fits. And then of course there's always the one kid at the sleepover that like chugged a Mountain Dew or something.
Not
That's
the giggle
Tina.
fits.
Oh my god, Tina.
Yeah, it's like everyone's about to fall asleep finally, and you just hear me go, chow mein.
Oh. Have you tried your Nitro Pepsi from a can, Tina?
Not from a can yet, but
Oh,
honestly,
good.
like the way Emily describes it makes me want to give up. She was like, I had a
But
sip.
we don't
You guys,
trust
it tastes
Emily.
like it. What?
Emily, no, you don't like nerd gummy clusters. We've been over this.
haven't
Oh my
tried
gosh.
them.
I went
I
to
said
the
I'm
store tonight
open.
to find some and they didn't have any.
Taylor, that's what I'm
No.
telling you.
I went to another grocery store too and they didn't have any.
No.
I was
I know.
craving them.
Oh, that
Taylor, you
sucks.
have to bring them. You have to.
I will find them. Even
You've
if I
got
have to go
5
to
days.
the movie theater always has them. Even if I have to go
Yeah.
there to get them.
I think they
Premium
have a
price.
monopoly on them, so then they can charge extra for them.
Yeah.
They're too
But
good.
they even had a little sticker that said, sorry for the inconvenience. So that makes me think they're not going to get them anytime soon.
And because
Oh.
people ask about them so much.
I know I should tell them, like, if you get these in, I'll pay you extra to save them for me. So you have 10 bags.
It's like at the Hob, Gracie Say just has a bag of gummy
Stop.
clusters behind the counter.
Oh, well, Tina, just try it, okay? Try a nice, cold,
Okay.
fresh.
Wait, do you
like
recommend the vanilla or the standard?
vanilla hands down?
Oh,
It
vanilla
tastes
hands
like
down.
melted ice cream.
No.
That's
No.
exactly what it
Good.
tastes like. Think about melted ice cream when you're drinking it. It's exactly what it tastes like.
No.
I kind of love that.
Or like a root beer float, I guess. A little bit because it's soda, then
Yeah.
with melted ice cream in it. That's what it's
Yeah.
like.
Wait,
Yeah.
Jerry, have you tried it?
No, I don't really like. I don't like Pepsi or Coke
See, I'm
Well,
not
it
a
doesn't
Coke
taste
guy.
like Pepsi or Coke, so
or
you
Dr
might
Pepper.
like it.
I don't like the dark sodas.
You
I
don't
like
like
Sprite
dark
and like
Dr.
orange
Pepper?
soda.
Danger
No,
teeth.
Oh my god, Jerry.
no.
Oh
No.
god.
Sprite is where it's at. Sprite and
I feel like that's a
So
waste of
Yes.
drinking soda.
Amen.
I
water
was
is where
right.
it's at.
Water is
It
where
was-
it's
yeah,
at.
water's good
But as
too.
far as
Water is nature's
water is-
Coke.
I have a bottle of Power body armor right here. The water, alkaline water.
I love
Water.
Pretty
Smart
good.
Water.
Yeah.
Smart Water in Poland Spring. Top tier. water.
Dasani is the
Screw
best.
y'all. Deer
Dasani?
Park.
Deer
Dasani?
What little
I
Dasani
do
is
like
salt
Dasani.
water.
come out
But
of
that-
Dasani is salt water.
Oh, Dasani
Salt
is
water.
Salt
nasty.
water.
Dasani has like
Water's-
weird conspiracy theories about it. Like scares me. I have to drink it. but
Well,
it
I just
scares
took
me,
a sip
like-
and it's delicious.
It's
So
swamp water. Oh my god.
Swamp water.
Yo, the tap water in Savannah, Georgia is literal swamp water. It's so
Ew.
bad. It's
Ew.
like when I first moved there, it was so hard to get adjusted to it. And I was like, oh no, because I mean, New York City has really good tap water. So I've always drank tap water. And then I was like, no, I have to become like a
Really?
bottled water person. And I did. And then like over the course of the 5 years I lived in Savannah, I had adjusted to Savannah tap water to where it was okay. But then like I moved back to New York and my health improved for like 80 different reasons. But I also definitely think that the water was like a big
Stop.
contributing factor because it's literally it smells like sulfur, but that's just how it is. Like it's not actually gross. It's just swamp water.
I'll get you all a nice little Rocky Mountain bottle of water. It
Yes.
will be the best in the world.
Capital water.
Yes.
I have
Oh,
to say the best water I've ever had was this sounds so bougie and I hate saying this, but it was in the Alps in France.
oh my god.
Oh.
stop.
But it was so good. And I went to a summer camp there like 3 years in a row, and I would always bring empty water bottles with me to like fill up with the water. And then I would like ration them when I would come home.
Stop. AJ. Yeah. Oh my god.
I love that though. That sounds cool.
No.
Yeah.
Well, liquid death
So-
is actually. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Liquid death is kind of
Go ahead.
crazy, but I like it.
Liquid death is Swiss Alps.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I've
sorry.
never
What were you gonna
tried
s-
liquid death ever.
It's just in a
What is it?
can.
I was just gonna say for people that complain about my Instagram, I posted 3 times and I've only gotten 3 likes. So forget
on
you
it.
all.
we're a little busy.
Like just so I can be back on the center.
What
of
is that
attention,
profile
but-
picture?
I read like 11 pages of a book while we were doing this tonight. I'm pretty proud.
Oh, so you didn't.
Oh my
care
gosh,
about
I
discussion at
cannot.
all?
Listen.
How's the water in Kentucky? Is that where you live?
It's pretty good. Yeah, we have well water. I don't know about all this tap water stuff. We live in the well water
Are we
territory.
Survivor?
No, it's like it. You know, like each house has their own well, and it pumps the water.
Like Survivor?
Like it's like fresh, like spring water.
Yeah, totally.
We don't have all the chemicals y'all
Yeah,
have.
we have that too.
You city slickers.
I just go to my.
Have you ever had a Krispy Kreme?
Yes, Krispy Kreme exists here.
Was it crispy?
Yeah.
Pretty crispy.
That's what I thought.
What is that supposed to mean?
What?
Well, if you
We-
if you look at my Instagram, you'd know. Haters are gonna hate.
I'm gonna block this account. Actually, I'm gonna.
I also changed my profile pic
To the paint
Yeah,
eater.
you did.
to the paint eating granddad.
Oh my god! What?
Just- It's like a fever dream. I
Stop!
don't know why.
What is
Y'all
that?
wanted it.
Oh my god! It's
What can I
private.
find to post next? Well, yeah, I don't want everybody following me.
What is this?
Love that. I love that picture. I love it.
Stop!
Which one? The granddad?
We have Tina drinking
Yeah.
a Pepsi.
Well, that's me. Oh, thank you. I mean, that's probably what I look like right now, to be honest.
Tina, stop!
Toothpaste. It's
Um,
like a granddad who's like trying to be like fucking wearing lipstick. I'm hip.
I'm literally crying. Oh my god. Oh.
I am running out of material fast.
Who's that girl in the picture?
That's Amber. Don't ever disrespect her like that again.
Wow.
Sorry.
Saw his profile picture again.
That's Boston Rob's wife.
Oh my god.
Oh, oh my god.
I think I died tonight.
Profile picture. Sorry. I had too much Coca-Cola. I'm sorry. I'll be fine next week.
Not the
shit.
Coca-Cola.
Oh, man.
Okay, I posted 4 pictures and only one person has liked my most recent pic.
It's because
Oh, to AJ and me.
I don't
I'm
want to
running
go back to see what
out of time.
make your
What?
account open.
It's open
Boston.
for business.
Don't
Boston
post-
Rob Sester, Nino. Did y'all like my Power Rangers shirt?
What? I can't see anything.
What?
What?
Request? What? WUT? What?
Ollie's not in the club.
Wait.
No, I'm
Wait.
not. I don't want to have to follow you.
Wow.
Jealous. Somebody's jealous that he already somebody's jealous that I already have 5 followers.
Oh. Ugh. Well, I guess I'll just be out of the loop because I need to follow and then unfollow you.
Where do
Who
you see a
doesn't?
Power Rangers shirt?
I don't see anything.
It's in the latest.
And
My
then
orange Power Ranger shirt. Come on,
Oh,
Yeah.
now.
okay.
it's not yellow.
It's not yellow.
Oh, that's
Couldn't tell it was on it.
orange.
Is that orange?
Is that you?
Oh,
Really? Like as a kid?
And Taylor's like, I thought you were a monster when you were a kid.
I was. Do you not see the buff on my head? I was finishing the Survivor puzzle. Have you ever had a Krispy Kreme?
Mhm.
Asking that. I don't understand.
Was it crispy? Well, if
Yeah.
you followed me, you
I
get the
am.
joke.
I'm waiting for you to accept my follow because I feel out of
Oh, I'm sorry. I have so many.
it.
I have so many requests going on. It's,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a lot.
Chase is an influencer already.
Yeah. Hashtag sponsored.
Aw.
Grammarly ad.
Ever gone to Krispy Kreme? Was it crispy? No. Yeah, right.
Never seen that video in my life.
And yeah, everyone's just
Well,
staring at Chase's profile right now, just dumbfounded.
We're all just waiting for what could be next.
Constantly refreshing because I don't want to miss the juicy content.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna post that. That's inappropriate.
No.
I really like these photo editing skills.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That was actually a TikTok, to be honest, the one with me and Amber, but I'm not releasing the full video. 'Cause it's
What?
embarrassing.
Oh,
I mean, it was like a
have to.
joke. Like I made it as a joke. I
What?
sent
Now
it
you
to some of my
have to.
friends.
Now you have to.
You have?
We're your friends.
you volunteered this information. We would have never known.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I understand. We've already put so much pressure on you.
Yeah. My social battery's waning.
you gotta save that content.
Yeah, for real.
You should
I gotta make
drop it
sure
on
I
the same day as we get the Lucy Gray casting and just break the internet.
Yeah. Forget you, Moana.
I don't even know if anyone is still listening to this live. I
We're
don't
just hanging out now.
20 minutes.
Me cutting out the last like hour of this.
Hour.
Haters.
I love the backwards B on that ball cap.
Wait, what?
The B, the backwards B on the ball cap.
Hashtag Boston Rob.
Yeah, this is like a fever dream.
I know. When am I gonna wake up?
I got an autograph from them, so they're like friends of mine.
You wish.
I mean, I paid like $40 for it, but they're friends. They even wrote my name. They put Chase smarten up.
Wouldn't it be cool if one of us wins the Suzanne autograph? Like, that'd be
What?
awesome.
There's a running.
The signed book?
Where's
It was
that?
posted
At?
for like the 2-year anniversary. I think it was
Oh yeah.
the ballad page.
Someone better send me the link. Wait,
The
oh, it's on
link's in the
page. Okay,
bio.
I'll look.
Yeah, links in the bio.
Sorry.
I think it closes on Wednesday, so you still have time.
I guess that brings
Me
up-
entering at the last minute.
That's
I gave y'all a shout out in my bio.
what? Stop.
Honored.
Power that you have, Chase.
You should request to follow Nina.
Yes. No, you should.
With that bio.
You should send Nina a DM saying that you know who Lucy Gray is, and you'll
Yo.
unless she announces it.
Just start shit.
Blackmail.
Oh, he got kicked out of here anyway. Wait, what? Wait,
Oh.
Chase was kicked out of here.
Wait, kicked out or did he leave?
Well,
Who's that?
he's asking to rejoin the Zoom. I got locked out.
I think you should just close us out, Holly.
I know, yeah. Okay, well, thank you all for joining us on this unscripted tribute talk. And we will have more content coming for you next Monday.
Hello.
We're leaving. Goodbye.
Sorry, my PR agent called. He wanted to talk about the new profile.
Yeah,
On that note,
Is everybody really leaving? It's only
Yeah.
been 2 hours and 14 minutes.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Let's quit while we're ahead, folks,
But
before this deteriorates into some more shenanigans.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Night.